nandito na. Mag-e-enjoy ka sa mga programa. Good vibes ang musikang taglay, pagkakaibigan ang inaalay. Kabalen, halika na, sa bright light sumama. Isang paniniwala, sa Diyos nagtitiwala. 91.9 Bright FM, 91.9 Friends tayo, enjoy life. Friends tayo, enjoy bright. Friends tayo, enjoy bright. Friends tayo, enjoy life. Friends tayo, enjoy life. Friends tayo, enjoy bright. Friends tayo, Bright FM. Friends tayo, sa 91.9 Friends tayo, 91.9 Bright FM, 91.9 Friends tayo, 91.9 Bright FM, 91.9 Bright FM. Friends tayo.
Ilagringig pa ang poning anak, ang poning Espiritu Santo.
Amen.
Tumula ka, O Reyna ng Banwa.
Alleluia.
Pauli ng meging karapat dapat kang bibait kaya.
Alleluia.
Sinubli ang mebye anting ingkikas na.
Alleluia.
Ipanalangin mo King Diyos.
Alleluia.
Magsaya ka at tumula, O Birhen Maria.
Alleluia.
Uling tutong sinubli ang mebye ing Ginong.
Alleluia.
Manalangin tamo, O Diyos, aking uli ning pangasubli ng mebye, ning ginuming Jesucristo ang anak mo, pigkalob mo pong pepatulan, ing mabilog ayato. Apakirasan mi naman sanang nabangnan, ing ligayan ing bialang kapupusan, king kapamilatan ning Birhen Maria ang induna. King uli na namang Jesucristo ang ginumi.
Amen.
Kilaguningig pa, ang poning anak, ang poning Espiritu Santo.
Amen.
This is the WPL-FM 91.9, a proud member of the Catholic Media Network.
CNN! Coming to you live from the news desk of DWPL-FM 91.9. This is Brightline News.
Maya Paugtu, iniing Bright Light News. Wage hike, suportado ring lider ning Pisamban. At para karing detalye, gawan niyang modelo is St. Joseph the Worker, banlakwas pang aintinjan ing ulaga, ning pamagobra at pamakisan metong karing kalapagobra. Iti ing panagkat ng Military Ordinariate of the Philippines, Bishop Oscar Jaime Florencio at Manila Archdiocesan Ministry for Labor Concern, Minister Father Eric Adoviso, king pamigaganakan ning Labor Day, inyang May 1. Agpangking obispo, king miyagnan apami gaganakaning Labor Day at ka-fiesta ng San Jose Talapagobra, mananuna sanang abalo ring talasalpantaya o pasakit king pamibiyebye ing pamagobra. Dapot, paralan niya itining ginu, ban kanita, apayabot ke katamu ing grasya ning pamangan at haliwapang pamangailangan. Sigurado namang Father Adoviso, ing makasundong pamakipagsaupan ning Pisamban para karing talapagobra. Ban apasik na nga ing karelang pangulayit apa magbayo. Iya piniti ing kapanyaw sang itasing sweldo at mipatupadya ing metong a national minimum wage. Ban kanita, mibageya ing sweldo daring talapagobra, king mitatas a presyo daring panyaliwan at kasriwan. Pamagtimid ng Father Adoviso, ing pamisasan meto ning AMLC, ban kanita, milako na loring manpower agencies king Pilipinas. Dapat lumapad ing direct hiring karing kumpanya, ban maging mabilis ing pamaging regular. At mibalawos niyang milako ing kontraktualisasyon karing talapagobra. At tanda ng inyag Lunes, payapang gewa ng KMU at FFW. Kaya bering aliwapang labor groups, ring pa magprotesta, king mayaliwang dake ng Pilipinas, anting pamigaganaka king Labor Day. Kasan metong ring grupo ing Migrante International, amenibala ka ring pa magprotesta, ring overseas Filipino workers at Filipino migrants, king adwang 15 miyaliwang bansa. At ako po Ichinchin Nugid, Maya Baugto.
This is Brightline News.
This is the WPL-FM 91.9, a proud member of the Catholic Media Network.
Masayang panugtuan, keninat pilasan at tigunaman, ring turuning pisamban, keniking, Kuwentuhang Katoliko.
Blessed Wednesday po. Kaya kayungan alang kilatok na Alam kitang katok na po. Happy Wednesday po kaya kayungan. Today is the 3rd of May, the Feast of the Apostles Saint Philip and James Menor nga po, the less. At wala po rin James, karing apostles, James the Great, who is the brother of John, sons of Zebedee, and James the less. Karela po ingaldoy ni, we dedicate it, king karelang kapiestan, the apostles, Philip and James. Ini po, ingka kayong among mon, ingka kayo pong kaklase, kakaluguran, kakwentuhan, kayantabe, kaya pong catechetical program na ning Archdiocese of San Fernando, ing Kuwentuhang Katoliko. Kaya po, king DWBL 91.9 Bright FM. Pangasiwan tayo po ini, itamong magobra king Commission on Catechesis for and with our catechist, our Alpha people, our community, and syempre po, ikakatamong head, King Commission, among Bong, Robert D. Feliciano, Kura Paroko na po ni San Jose Malino, and syempre, among Joel, Jomarsus P. Gatos, our fellow Assistant Director, yan naman po ing Manibala, King Monday Program, Hello, Father. So please join us. Balikan tayo mo po ing metong maulagang episode, King Biananing Santa Iglesia, very recently, in pamamunta na po ni kakatamong Holy Father in his apostolic journey to Hungary. Akit tayo po kaya ni kakaling write-up stamunat that his visit to that country on April 28 to 30 was confined to the capital. To the officials, the official schedule was lighter than usual. Ulimpin po balutan naman ning mika health condition niya po ing Santo Papa at ing kayang continuing problem king pamaglakad. But still, it was a beautiful, powerful witness to the love of Christ for the Hungarians. Thank you, partner, Kening Source Tamo, reading some important data about Hungary as a country and as the faith, the Catholic faith in that country. Partner, nice to have you yesterday for our dinner.
Nag-date mo.
Surprise na po. Talagang imamalit na. Manglita. Advance
Happy birthday po.
So how is your Wednesday so far, partner?
Okay po, Among. Pero gusto natin bigyan ng oras ang ating po mga mananampalataya sa Archdiocese of Capiz. Dahil ngayong pong araw, ang installation ng kanilang bagong Arsobispo, ang ika-4 na Arsobispo, ang dating Obispo ng Baguio, at ngayon po ay Arsobispo, ika-4 na Arsobispo ng Archdiocese of Capiz, Most Reverend Victor Bendico. At ang kanya po napiling coat of arms, ang sabi niya, ang motto niya po ay Confidam. Sabi nga po ni Cardinal Advincula, from odiam to confident, from listening to a total trust in the Lord.
I think nandun si Archbishop.
Andoon po siya at nag-message po siya doon. Mag-message na po sa mga Kapisenyos, magsalig ka mo sa inyong Ginoo, kag magsalig magsalig kayo sa atong mahigumaon nga Dios Ama.
Ano po kaya yung ibig sabihin?
Manalig tayo at magtiwala sa Diyos at sa inyong bagong Arsobispo.
Confidam.
Congratulations
Congratulations to the Archdiocese of Capiz.
Yes po.
This new chapter in their ongoing journey with Christ, in their synodality with the Lord and with one another. Of course, God bless the new Archbishop of Capiz, at of course Father Noel Dislate. Greetings po sa kanya na-meet po namin in a renewal course in Tagaytay, in the Center for Clergy. Glyzel Mercado,
kasama na naman po natin
Makaspak.
siya ulit.
How are you? So, Team RRG, how is your day, Glyzel?
Ayos mo po, mapalik.
Medyo relax na ka kanyan, muling familiarize ka na
Marvin po.
sa ambience ng ating broadcast. Engineer Marvin, and of course, si Cha.
May nanonood, Among.
Yes,
from the
yes po.
City Tourism Office, si Christian Tique. Hello po,
Wow.
dyan po sa City Tourism Office ng San Fernando,
Thank you po.
Pampanga. Shout out po sa inyo at makipaoras mo naman.
Mayor
Ma'am
V
Ching.
and Vice Mayor BJ. At I think their head sa tourism is, I forgot her name. Kaibigan po natin.
Ma'am Ching Pangilinan.
Ching, yes, galing.
Hello
Ma'am
po.
Ching Pangilinan. Greetings po. And to the entire City Hall community of San Fernando. To my sister Tina and her boss, Mr. Bongkanlas. And of course, the entire community mo ng City. So, may pagkwento tamo po. Siyempre, we got to know that Pope Francis visited his pangilan na ito, 41st
41st
yata.
po, yes, 41st.
Papal journey, we call it apostolic journey. Na I think this is not the first time.
Yes,
He was
second
already
time.
there
Yes po.
during the conclusion of the Eucharistic Congress
Sa
few years
Budapest.
ago in Budapest. But this time, he has a mission for peace dahil kinausap po niya ang presidente ng Hungary, and the president of Hungary is President Orban, is one with Pope Francis in their opposition, this strong, resounding disagreement with the Russian invasion of Ukraine more than a year ago. So here we are po, Team RRG, to be with you today sa atin pong kwentuhan, kaya katamo pong pisabihan. Pota po, I am 100% sure, partner, that there are Pinoys in Hungary.
Yes, of
Because
course.
Pinoys are everywhere, resilient, trustworthy, and faith in God. No, I love
Nakita ko nga mo.
I love your greeting.
Yes po.
Sa mga kapis,
Kapis.
yung sinabi mong manalig sa
Magsalig
Diyos
ka mo.
at inyong obispo. So, we greet all Filipinos, kababayan po natin na nasa Hungary, Budapest, and different places. So, within that nation, within that country, who, by the way, has a boundary with Ukraine.
Yes.
Napakalapit po
Opo.
sa Ukraine ang Hungary. At I think some Ukrainians migrated
Yeah.
to Hungary at the height of this, Russia-initiated war against Ukraine. So, we pray for peace in that region of the world. At we thank the good Lord for, guiding and blessing our Holy Father. May edad na po, may dinaramdam, pero tuloy ang mission para sa ating simbahan. Long live the church, long live the church in Hungary.
Nakakatuwa po ako kasi tinanong siya ng press sa ating Santo Papa. Sabi niya kung magre-retired na daw ba siya. Sabi niya, ang mahina lang sa akin ang aking tuhod.
Yun nga.
Pero malinaw pa ang aking I can serve the church with the sound mind and heart.
Yung nasabi natin kahapon, no? I don't know why is the media so, about prospects of retiring. Sa simbahan po, wala namang big deal. So what kung mag-resign siya because of age and we have had all of this. We have seen all of this. Nothing is new kung mangyayari man yun.
Yes.
But Jesus Christ is the same yesterday. Siya lang po ang constant. Our leaders, our priests, our bishops, they will come and go. Even the Pope will go. Kahit na hindi ngayon, he will go. We all go. Christ is the only permanent truth the truth of God in our church. So, yan mga sermon latuloy ng media. So, initially, para po lalo tang dakalabe-abe, classmates na po, classmates. We are not teachers here. We are not feeling teachers. We are also learners here as we are. Kaya po talaga pong, ako partner, I'm humbled and very often struck that we gain new knowledge about our faith. So we are all learners here na po. Bala mo po mag-facilitate kami mo kayong pamag-aral tamo kaining Kuwentuhang Katoliko because our simple and daily goal here is to know, to love, to celebrate, to live, and to share our Catholic faith. At sana po we are in solidarity with the Church of Hungary, which and the people have been blessed. May nakita ako sa picture yung isang lugar na pinagmisahan ni Pope Francis. Mahirap bigkasin yung lugar. It's a square with a big church and a beautiful, beautiful place where the Pope celebrated a Holy Mass. So already po, rigakatamo pong maulagang numero na ng radio, our Textline Numbers, our media platforms, our YouTube channel, our Facebook page. Please, pakishare naman po ito so that people will get to know how to connect with our radio. Namit ko po yung community ng Cita del Soleil, ng community doon, ng Royal Residence. Greetings po sa kanila to Dr. Paule and the others who were with us. Already po, rigakatamong numbers. Ma'am Glyzel, take it away.
Para po kareng bisa makyabe king kakatam kwentuhan, kareng ating greetings o na naman pong buri yung ipayabot, mag-text kayo mo po kareng kakatamong text line numbers. Para po kareng smart, 0918-351-8282 and kareng pong saan, 0942-357-4268. At ating tamo rin pong YouTube channel, ASF Radio Station 91.9 FM or www.youtube.com/c/ASF Radio Station 91.9 FM. At para po kayong Facebook page tamo, Archdiocese of San Fernando Radio Station 91.9 Bright FM or www.facebook.com/official.asfradio. Pagkibanggit nyo na rin po ring kaya kayong parokyang kakabilangan, bang kanita dinantaya namang maya pa oras ing kaya kayong parokya. At tenta mo rin pong Twitter account at radio_ASF at saka Instagram account po at ASFR Radios. Yan po.
At syempre, kanya pong bisa magpa-advertise. King radyo na po ng Kikatamo Archdiocese. You can send your inquiries at asf.radio.mktg@gmail.com or contact us at 0949-609-5478. At kaya naman pong bisa mag-donate. King radyo na po ng Kikatamo Archdiocese. Malyaryo pong ipadala. King GCash account number 0905-319-4871. Ang makilagyo pong Joseph Mary Bacay. Ing Kikatamo pong BPI account number, yapin po ing 8810-012049. Ang makilagyo pong RCASF 91.9 Bright FM. Ang video account number tamo po 0062-9801-763 to the Roman Catholic Archbishop of San Fernando. At dakal pong salamat king alapatan at yung pong suporta king radyo na po ni Kikatamo Archdiocese at ipamanita tayo pa po. Karing aliwapan tao at karing Kikatamong kasiping bale, kakumpare, kakumari, natin tamo pong radyo makasaw, king Kikatamo pong biye kasal pantayanan bakanita, dakala pa po, ring Kikatamong kakaluguran.
Yes.
At syempre, umpisan tanong pong basan at i-greet din Kikatamo pong Facebook viewers, mumuna na po king listahan, Tita Peng, sikat.
Magrangkwa niya yung Tita Peng yan niya. Apasin ang kirangkwa niya.
Wapin po.
Early bird to send message.
At syempre po,
Thank
tutukin
you.
Maldita Gwalaw.
Oy, Mamalit.
Hello po, may
Kapilan po
oras po.
maulit.
At syempre, may comment siya naman po. Giovanni Carlos El Primo, na sabi na kapatid.
Sabi na pong, Sir, blessed afternoon, Among Mon and Bro. Hi, Among Mon, i-inform ko na po ang Among Arnold, kaya tapos Pepa sabi yo po. Greetings to our Malugud at Mayapming Parish Priest Reverend Father Arnold Rivera at Parish
Among tall.
at Parish Priest ko po king hometown ko pong Reverend Messenger po ba yun eh?
Monsignor.
Monsignor.
Messenger. Wapin na pala messenger.
Rick Seriano.
Serrano.
Pangadigyo kami po nung
Burikit.
Pangadigyo ko po na mag-duty na po Santo Rosario, Paumbong, Bulacan. Thank you, Among Mimingat at Mipapangadi.
At syempre, Tita Nes Gomez Sablan, na Blessed First Wednesday po, Team RR. Wapin na, First Wednesday nga ni Devotion to Our Lady of Perpetual Help. At syempre, balita niya pa mo po i-greet, Happy Fiesta, King Santa Cruz, Paris, Santa Cruz, Lubao, Pampanga.
Among Joseph, Among Juju,
Maya pa
pati
oras
kong
po
kasalanan.
kayo, Ken. Bakit
Announce ko pa muna po.
Napakaranon-ranon
Ng
mo,
6 a.m. Waling ating ko palang minunang as sorry po ne. Anyway, happy fiesta.
Sagom yung may memos di po.
Most Reverend Gian na
nakasanting
si Wala.
Si Wala at pamagkanto. At stop at kakikita mo pat greetings po King Beloved's Map Priest ko po. Iyamong host na po ni Kailan J. Healing program every Friday at 7:30. Thank you po kay meaningful and always po King homily ng Mas na pong apong seto. Thank you and God bless us
Yan
all.
na pong making mas ita na King Radio.
Ito niya naman pong comment Tita Lita Guanlao. Sabi na po maragsiyang yugto maggrasyang yugto among and Bro Romy. Among dakal po salamat kaya kayong advance happy prayer for my birthday and to my Bro Romy. Dakal salamat kay cute birthday cake. Happy for it. Magsadya na kami makiramdam kay masanting amano keng KK. Happy Fiesta Santo Cristo, Guagua, Pampanga. Mimingat kayo po. Adwa pota muli kayo. God bless us.
Thank you po, Mami Nitz. At syempre, Dante Singian, Maya Pagtupu at Tita Vivian Gonzalez. Happy viewing from San Agustin Parish, Ciudad ding San Fernando. At sabi na, patagal ng Giovanni.
Sabi na po, one of the candidate for sainthood, the last emperor and King Bleskar, the first of
Austria and Hungary.
And also his wife, Queen Zita.
Wow.
Very famous si Saint Elizabeth of
Yes.
Hungary.
Yapin po yung patroness na po ng Archdiocese of Haro, Iloilo. The second patroness sa tao po. After Candelaria. Yapin po Saint Elizabeth of Hungary. Tiantike from the City Tourism Office. Maya pa oras po. Nanong announcement from City Tourism Office. Baka naman. At Ma'am Ching, happy viewing and listening po kay kayo Ken King Tourism Office ng San Fernando. Nes Gomez Sablan, hello po Team RRG. At Peng Sik at Blessed Noon Team RR. Very nice topic on Pope Francis visit in the Catholic Church of Hungary. Sounds interesting. Opo. At siyempre, Levita Bonifacio Basa.
Maya pagat manapon among mon from Our Lady of Sorrow Parish.
Oh,
Maya pagat
kaparokya ng among. At siyempre, Lota Garcia, na anong sabi na?
Lota Garcia. Ay, yun kayo.
Lalam, Maya Paugto po.
Lota Garcia, Maya payugto po among mon and Brother Romy.
Hello
Sis
po.
Glyza.
God bless.
Happy Wednesday kay Kayungan
po.
First Wednesday of the month of May.
Yes.
Maya poras po kay Kayungan. At syempre, mag-break tapa mo po. At pakiramdaman tala pa po rin mapin na napaganaka. Ang popuing kantang Bayan, Magsiawit na by Hangad.
Trese ning Mayo, yape ning Aldo nung nukarin pe bakit yung nuwa na Virgen Maria, karingatlong anak ka magpastol King Fatima, Portugal, inyang banwang 1917. Sinabi ng Virgen karing anak, in kailangan magbalik la puso ring tao king Diyos. Sumisi ka ring kasalanan, itagulaling in sarili kaya, lalong-lalo na kapamilatan ng pamangadi king Rosario. Miyabe-yabe tamong lumapit king nuwa na Virgen ning Fatima, King 13 ning Mayo, itagulaling tamo ing ega na gana, king kalinis-linisan ng puso ng Birhen, at pasaop kaya king panalangin, ban mapupus na ing sigalut, karimiyaliw ang bansa, at mangibabo ing kapayapan. Ing radyo ning Archdiocese ni San Fernando, Pampanga, DWBL 91.9 Bright FM. Kaya beye king pamagmasusi, king fiesta ning Fatima kaniting banwa.
Nahanap mo na ba ang crispy fried chicken at Gravylicious ng Pampanga? Tara na sa Jekan Cafe and Kitchen, kung saan naging at home ang mga estudyante tuwing lunch break at recess, bringing good food and great memories. Visit their branches at San Fernando, Bacolor, and Angeles. For orders and deliveries, call 0947-350-0616 and also available through Food Panda. Have a Gravylicious day!
Magsiawit na bayan, pinagkalakhan ang ilang biyayang pangako niya, sumilay na. Sinauna mong hangarin, ang taong ay tubusin, upang siya ay makapiling, mapag-irog na Diyos natin. Magsiawit na bayan, pinagkalakhan ang ilang biyayang pangako niya, sumilay na. Sa ama niyang pagkataon, sa buhay niya sa mundo, inihayag kanyang puso, tinig ng ama nating Diyos. Bayan, magsiawit na bayan, pinagkalakhan ang ilang biyayang pangako niya, sumilay na. Pananatiling ang tunay, Espiritong ating gabay, kahulugan at pag-asa, pagmamahal at biyaya. Bayan, magsiawit na bayan, pinagkalakhan ang ilang biyayang pangako niya, sumilay na. Dakilang biyayang pangako niya, sumilay na.
And we're back po. We're back after that joyful song. Ne? Pabala mo, we're singing with the Hungarians, ne? Thanking the Lord for the blessing of Pope Francis' visit April 28 to 30, 2023. I was trying to recall the theme. Can you check the theme? Ang theme na ning papal visit, ang papal visit po, usually atin yang palaging tema. A biblical passage, an anchor passage, Lizel, na it will guide the apostolic journey of the Pope in his 3-day, 4-day stay or visit. By the way po, the Pope is not only a church leader, he is also a head of a state. Kaya nga po pag pumupunta siya sa isang bansa, he is met by the president, the vice president, the prime minister, the leader of the nation. So in this case, he met and had really an opportunity to talk with the president of Prime Minister of Hungary, Viktor Orban. Viktor Orban, the president of Hungary, is very close to Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. But he was quick to denounce and condemn the war in Ukraine. So, kahit kaibigan po niya si Putin, he disagreed with him. And he did not approve what he did. And in that case, he is in the line of thinking with Pope Francis. No?
Ang tema po pala nila mo ay Christ is our future.
Christ is our future. See? Kasabi-sabi tayo pa itang nandin. Pope, bishops, priests come and go.
Yes.
Only Christ is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He is truly our future. Na po? So, what is contemporary Hungary today? Bayo tayo pupunta lang itang specific topic, Catholic Church na may highlight po in the visit of Pope Francis. This is primary author, Charas Group, published in 2017. Nga na po, contemporary Hungary is religiously diverse. Kalupa na rin aliwang lugar. It's religiously diverse and a significant segment of the population identifies itself as non-religious. Nyapin po, dimdam tamo, one of the reasons or the purposes of Pope Francis' visit is to reinvigorate faith. Lalo na po karetang Christian or Catholic Hungarians. Po? So while some identify with particular religions, nominal membership does not necessarily reflect active participation. So much like here in our country. Di ba? Iba po yung nominal membership at saka yung actual, active. Ang ganda ng words, no? So, you may be nominally a member, but you are not actually practicing it, actively in it, and it's a reality, no? So, the largest religion the population identify with is Roman Catholicism, 37.2%. This is 6 years ago na po. Of the remaining population, 11.6 identified as Calvinist. This is a Protestant group. And then identified as Lutherans, na po, 1.8%. And Greek Catholics, 1.9% with some other religion. Moreover, nearly a fifth of the population identifies as no religion. So they are atheists. Po? So nearly a third did not specify any religious affiliation. So you see, but of course, majority of the Hungarians are Roman Catholics. O hindi po yung painful era. Hindi po yung sad part of the history of Hungary when it became a communist country for 40 years. No? At yung history yung ini at naging communist siya. Po? And as a communist country, it was officially an atheistic state. Contributory sigurado ita, partner and Glyza na bakit naging ganito. Many are atheists because the nation was under communist rule for 40 years. Po? So, and one of the religions that struggled, magitan tayo po tayo ni, during this period was Roman Catholicism. So, when the government is communist, partner, Gleisel, usually the Catholic Church is experiencing suppression, oppression. Po? So, the government, communist government, established laws that allowed authorities to seize church property and schools, imprison resistant church leaders along large members of priests, monks, and even nuns. So, I have had the chance to visit Taiwan, partner, Glyza. Taiwan, when China became a communist country, religious sisters and priests, they all went to Taiwan.
Correct.
Kaya when you go to Taiwan, you will see old convents of sisters, religious brothers, and priests kasi they went to Taiwan. And Taiwan now is an independent country na founded by a popular leader. Ako, natatanong ko pa yung history, Chiang Kai-shek. Chiang Kai-shek is the founder of Taiwan, which used to be called Formosa. The old name of Taiwan is Formosa. Magtaka ka at a few, hours away from China, pero very Catholic ang Taiwan. Kasi nga dun po, the priests, the nuns moved and transferred to Taiwan when China became a communist country. But Even in China itself, meron po silang patriotic Catholic
Yes,
Church na
correct.
government sanction. At meron po merong underground na Roman
I know
Catholic.
someone mong na underground priestya po ngayon. He
Carmelite.
transferred here in the
Philippines.
Philippines for incardination.
So, this time of 40 years of communist rule also saw people questioning the relationship between church and state. Now, in contemporary Hungary, there is an institutional separation and cooperation between the state and the church. In public schools, no religious instruction, partner. No religious education. So, for many Hungarians, religion is not discussed in the workplace. It is a very personal and private thing. So, there's a write-up here. The Hungarian Catholic Church is diverse in itself, partner. Kasi atin pong Catholics who follow the Byzantine rite.
Yes.
Katoliko na po rin, they are recognized as our brethren.
Yes.
Pero they belong to a separate rite. They are called Byzantine rite. And then, ita po, majority, ilapil po rin ang ausan tamong, itamo abetala po rin, the Latin, who follow the Latin rite. Itamo po, we follow the Latin rite, the Catholic Church, who are, by the way, majority as per our source, 37.2%. So, these Catholic churches, we may call them the Byzantine Rite, the Latin Rite, abe-abela po rin. They formed what we call the entire Catholic Church in Hungary. Alwaya po itang Hungarian Catholic Church, ketang Catholic Church in Hungary. The Hungarian Catholic Church, his members are those who follow the Byzantine Rite. Alwaya pa po itang the Byzantine Catholic Church, nepo, itapin po ring follow the Catholic Church would follow the Latin Rite. So, but both of them, alapin po ning source tamo, are under the authority of the Holy Father, Pope Francis nepo. So, unlike churches in parts of Eastern Europe, the Hungarian Church, ito po nga banggit ko po nandin, was able to function under communist rule. Imagine po this is 40 years of communist rule, harassed and restricted in many ways. Babalikan tayo mo po ing maging kasaysayan na ng Catholic faith ka rin. Lalo na po kanatang panahon na Gleisel, hindi ka pa isinilang ng mga panahon nito. Kami rin hindi pa, kaya parang magkasing edad lang tayo dahil sa sobrang tagal na po nito. So the Catholic Church was harassed and restricted in many ways. Most of its activities in education curtailed. Monasteries were closed. And the church was not forced to go underground, unlike in other communist countries na po. So, one outcome of this period is the prejudices that led to the significant discriminatory disadvantage toward the Greek, the Byzantine Rite in Hungary during the years before World War II disappeared. Itang dati they were, parang hindi sila accepted. They were not welcome. So, according to the Holy See figures, there are 2,200 baptized Byzantine Rite in Catholics. Dakala rin then Catholics who follow that rite, the Byzantine Rite. So, sabi natin po ni kakatamong source, really diversity in their religious beliefs and faith. So, yan po yung highlights, we may say, naning meging biye, naning kasalpantayanan, the most difficult period, yapin po itang when Hungary was under communist rule. 1949, 1989, until 1989, the end of communism brought, an end to religious oppression. Pero I think, partner, Gaisel, sabi nga ng source tamo, na hindi mo source tamo, that era, that period, had a great influence on the way, people lived. Imagine, under communist rule, they were to embrace an atheistic lifestyle. So, and then religious oppression, ala pong religious education, curtailment of certain religious rights, even the confiscation of church, lands and property. It all happened in the duration of 40 years. But, sabi namin po, the church survived. Yeah. The church survived. And playing the record, fast forward. So, April 28 to 30, 2023, in the papal visit, the apostolic journey, Christ our future, the visit of Pope Francis. Nakasanting ining opening remarks po in kani pong source tamo, praising the piety and charity of the Hungarian Christians and their commitment to supporting traditional. Makanyala pala, I think mas malapit sila sa atin, no? Kasi they also espouse traditional family life. Yung ano yon, anong tawag doon, yung close
family ties.
Close family ties. And but the Pope, in his pastoral visit or apostolic visit, invited them while they treasure yung traditional family values nila, family life. They were also invited by Pope Francis to open their hearts and their borders. Kakwentuhan, ne po kalala makabaldugan nini. Ining pamamuklat na rin kanilang borders, lalo na po kareng mangailangan. And siyempre, partner, obviously, ninuwari ing neighbor ng mangailangan, Glyzel, yung Ginera. Anong pangalan ng bansa na yun? Ukraine. Ne po. So, kalupa na po ni binanggit mo nandin, because of the Pope's mobility issues, kay Bitisna, the trip was confined to the capital city of Budapest. So, lighter than usual. But during his long, kaleta pong kayang midday break, may kapag midday break kasi they did not, they did not make his schedule itang mga siksik. Yes. So he had time for midday break, but they were very meaningful. Na po, midday and evenings were spent for private meetings, including a meeting with Russian Orthodox, aluan na naman po ini, Metropolitan Hilarion of Budapest and Hungary. The Pope spoke about the war with Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Kasi tinang sana people will use this name, no? A different Victor spelling.
Orban.
V-I-K-T-O-R. And then, tapin po, he condemned the war, but he also did not want itang sending weapons to Ukraine. But the Pope said, Ukraine had the right to defend itself. Siyempre, your people and your country are at stake. Na po. Pero, baliw po kakwentuhan. In his first ever speech, upon arriving in Hungary, agad-agad inarap no po rin government and civic leaders ka rin, diplomats in Budapest. The Pope encouraged leaders to foster unity rather than going on their own way. Nepo something, and we read, the passionate quest of politics of community and the strengthening of multilateral relation seems a wistful memory from a distant past. Bala mo po, leaders are going on their own way. And Partner, yung office ng Orban ngayon is a former Carmelite
Monastery.
Nangyayari ka rin Carmelite sa Reta. Why at making office ng Orban po. And then you see, more and more, he said, enthusiasm for building peaceful and stable community of nation seems to be cooling. Zones of influence are marked out, differences accentuated, nationalism is on the rise, even harsher judgments and large language are used in confronting others. Yes, nationalism is, intensified, but being open, building bridges of, understanding and harmony, it's lacking. Magkulangan niya po. A thing of the past nga na. Po? So, let us praise Hungary for this. I think this is also one of the reasons why Pope Francis chose to visit Hungary to appreciate the efforts of the people and their leaders. Kasi nga na po ni source tamo, Ukraine is one of Hungary's eastern neighbors, and you see, Hungarians have assisted 2.5 million Ukrainians who have crossed the border since Russia's war on Ukraine began in February 2022. Hungary alone has welcomed 35,000 Ukrainian refugees. Yapin po yan itang message ng Pope Francis to keep your borders open to others, especially to those who are in need. How sad and painful it is to see closed doors. He said in his homily. He cited the closed doors of our selfishness with regard to others, the closed doors of our individualism and a growing isolation, the closed doors of our indifference toward the underprivileged and those who suffer, the doors we close toward those who are foreign or unlike us, migrants or the poor.
Wow.
Tinod na naman Very, very, very powerful na naman po. Yung imahen lang Pope Francis Kenny, closed doors. Di ba ting kantang, doors, why did it have to be doors? The closed doors with which we reject others. So, Orban and Katalin Novak, Prime Minister niya po'y Orban, President niya po'y Katalin Novak. I think she was the one who accompanied the Pope during his departure, no? Have promoted migration restrictions who were among the estimated 50,000 people attending the Mass in the square. Itong masanting the place na.
Opo.
So, Pope Francis, in his visit to that country, invited the Hungarian Catholics to embrace prophetic welcome about learning how to recognize the signs of God in the world around, including places and situations not explicitly Christian challenge us and calls for a response. He calls it prophetic receptivity to be open and welcoming. Ngini maging malino kaya katamo po. Aki tayo po yung kompletong picture ng yaniling Hungary, itang maging karanasana from 1949 to 1989, mikabit siya po other communist rule, which really has affected the life of faith there. And Pope Francis comes at a time na ala na pong religious oppression, but kaya tapil pong dimdam ko, one of the major purposes of his visit is to reinvigorate, to enliven the faith among the Catholics there na po. Pero having been through lani pong 4-decade rule of communist leaders, ngayon po aliwaya picturing Hungary. Kasi yakakit mong malino kaya pong mission ng Pope Francis and the Catholic Church for the church to be there to aid Ukrainian refugees. Na kasi balamoy milyari, anyang mumuna, they were so open to welcome refugees. And suddenly,
Put the
implemented
restrictions.
very restrictive policies. And I believe ining metong purpose ng Pope Francis to visit them is itang ulit-ulitan ng Amano Glyzel, no? Open your doors, open your borders, especially to those who are in need. So we see clearly na Pope Francis had a mission to accomplish when he went there. He had a very, very, which I would say, a purpose very close to his heart. Lalo na po din itabang partner, Glycel, itang siping membale. Tanong bala mo umitay pong Pope Francis kita meto nga bale, sopan mo na marag siping mong bale. Meron ko pa ba, welcome me, yes. So, kasi geographically, they are neighbors. So, the fact that thousands of Ukrainian refugees fled to Budapest, to Hungary, and I think they were welcomed. They were welcomed. Ngayon biglang, I think Orban and the leadership of Hungary are also playing a delicate balance while they condemn the war. Pwede naman buring masyadong i-antagonize in Russian leadership because, we have to peace and harmony with our neighbor nations, countries na po. Pero, of course, we embrace and we fully agree with Pope Francis na katangayang position na that the war waged by Russia against Ukraine is baseless. Is baseless. Alaya pong kapupuntalan. It's, it's meaninglessly, a meaningless tragedy. So, karetang ayal bentamu, karetang itang view ka na po itang misa. Nakasakit itang lugar pota siguro banggitan tayo pota. I think it's in Hungarian language na partner. I was able to check on it nandin. Kitang lugar Kosaut Lahos Square. I don't know if this is a person or name, pero na po kasanting. Kasanting itang lugar at akit mo diversity, the partner, they would sing English, Latin and Hungarian songs. Kitang misa. So, kini pong kwentuhan tamo, we realized that Hungary is more than the Hungarian sausage na sikat ka rin restaurant. Akakatamo pong pipapanganan. Nakay ka rin steakhouse partner. O yan, nararap na ka na naman. Nakayatin lang ausan ng steak and sausage. And the sausage usually is Hungarian. So there's more to Hungary than this because of its history at ngani po mikabitsaking sentro of the map of the Catholic Church because of, yung visit ng Pope Francis ka rin. Siguro, we will, in a sentence, we will say, as a religious leader, he was to reinvigorate the faith of the Catholic Hungarians, and as a state leader, as a head of state, is, taping peace. And the important and crucial role of Hungary in the need to help in kakatamo pong in suffering country na Ukraine. So we thank the Pope for this inspiration. He sabi ko pinapon anyang mamaligla kayong aeroplano, pabalik po kayong Roma, and some who were there were teary-eyed. Itang katwanan ng Pope Francis, sabi mo yung kayang tud, makananuing yato nung alang makanining leader. A world leader in Pope Francis na praying, pleading the world to end war, to end atrocities, and to walk hand in hand in a synodality of peace and harmony for the church. So, ano nga kayo pong kapamilya, kakaluguran, kamag-anak who are now there working and they're living, please extend our greetings to them at God bless them. Siguro karetang crowd sa reta, may kikit King Papa.
Ating lupang Pinoy.
There were
kasi
surely
makahagip ng camera sa Pinoy.
and perhaps karetang walipin pong concentrated dyan mo kayong Budapest.
Yes. Well.
So I think they traveled distances to Budapest just,
to see the Pope.
Kay maswerte ka kasi potang nga yung Pope ka rin ang luwang bansa. Not as millions of people, kalupaketi Pilipinas na potang po tayong papakeni, Glyzel, 4 million. So, it's so difficult na lapitan niya. Pero, if you're a Filipino, mipadpad ka kayong foreign na country, na makaing makantakarakal, and you really have your opportunity, itabang ikuha mo nga, nung kaya ka Pilipinas ay may manalapitan, ka rin, alapitan me. Kasi pinda aliwa po yung sitwasyon. So, we salute all Pinoys in Hungary na siguro karina la migstay, mig pamilya, mi biyebye, who happened to be there when Pope Francis went to Hungary, to Budapest. Kaswelo yun po. You are so blessed. Carry the blessing. At yung kwento kay kayo na when I was blessed in kailan tayo Pope Francis? 2015, January po ito. 18 to 20, I think. And I was blessed to be one of the 10 priests from the Archdiocese to celebrate with him.
Manila Cathedral.
Yes, in the Mass for religious.
So, kiluwal.
Agad na kaya balo mo, talagang kaya mo naman sacrifice kasi nakikaranon pa paluban na kasi of security.
Bengi pa.
Kaya ba nakalawat malinayan itang sutana kung sinulod, may bless kaya during the final. Siguro 2 weeks kaya Peppa Pipi. Sabi ko, Papi Pipi yan ini at yung blessing ng Pope Francis. Magdikit yung blessing ng Pope Francis. And that is our prayer. Sana po madikit in nearness na ning Santo Papa kareng. Not only to the Latin Catholics with the Latin rite, lalo na po rin, pati na po rin Catholics sa Byzantine, the Orthodox, kapatagtala po rin.
Yes.
Na po, baka nalulalin to rin history.
Yeah.
In history po making dalano, but we have brethren Catholics
yes.
but they do not follow our Latin rite. They follow a certain rite. So, any comments from our viewers and
iba't kang
listeners?
Jeremiah Batak Sawal. Maya pa oras po amo mo, Brother Roman, Sister Glyzel. Bukas po kanyan. At Chuko Radio para king usapang Biblia. Welcome po si Bayu. Ikami po ri Jeremiah Batak Sawal ning. Ikami po ri Brother Boyet, Miminat at Mipapangalip.
Classmates, Brother Boyet from Bulawan.
From Kalulot, San Vicente Ferrer. Pare.
Among Jess.
Yes. At Maynard Pineda, nasabi ng Maynard.
Countdown, name.
Blessed First Wednesday devotion to Out Mother of Perpetual Help among Brother Romy, Sis Glyzel. Antimurin ngeningal daw po ing traditional kafiesta ning pangayakit ning banal na krus ng Jesus. Viva apong Senyor Santo Cristo. Brother Romy, inada ko po FB.
Wow.
Iba't po kedig bakulor.
Yes, sige po. At Tita Peng Sikat, thank you Among for shedding a light on Pope Francis' visit in the Catholic Church of Hungary and the Pope's message to the Hungarians on the true faith that the true faith is open to others in hopes of building bridges to urge Hungarians to open their doors to others. The Pope is also wrapped up a weekend visit with a plea for Europeans to open migrants in the poor and for an end to Russian war in Ukraine. At syempre,
Sabi na pong Tita Nes Gomez Sablan, Among Mon, see you po on May 13.
13. Kaling.
San Matias Apostol.
Yes.
SMAP, ano nyo? SMAP.
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 Opo. Paris.
Pati tapang comments before.
Lala po amo
Okay.
at mag-break tapa mo po at pakiramdaman tala po remapida na paganaka ang po inkantang
Nanuya ing meliling kanta.
Bayan,
Umawit.
by
Himig,
Heswita.
We'll be back po, Hungary. Hungary.
Pep, sandali lang kaibigan. Meron akong gustong ibalita sa iyo. Alam mo na ba na ang stevia ay isang damong gamot tulad ng halaman kasali sa mga pamilya ng halamang mirasol na ginagamit noon pa man sa Paraguay at Brazil bilang isang pampatamis ng pagkain at inumin. Mainam para sa mga diabetic at nakakabawas sa presyon ng dugo para sa sakit ng mga kalamnan at dinaramdam sa puso. Mark Stevia Food Supplement, ang pinakamainam na pampalasa tungo sa isang malusog na pamilya. Mark Stevia Food Supplement, another product of Jmar Marketing. Mabibili mo na sa inyong suking tindahan, groceries, supermarkets, drugstores at butika dito sa inyong lugar.
Gusto mo bang makatikim ng high-class taste na pizza sa halagang 199 pesos lang? Order a Deli's Cheese Dough Pizza from over 20 branches sa Pampanga, Tarlac, and more! Talaga namang Deli's Cheese Dough is a better pizza. Dahil sa lambot ng dough at walang social distancing na toppings. Deli's Cheese Dough is also open for franchise. Contact them at 045-301-7900 or email them at dcdfoodsfranchising@gmail.com.
thank you. Ketang kantanda ring Himig, Heswita. So, it's past 1. What do we have for our atipang comments and announcements?
Ala na po
Ma'am
comments,
Glyzel
pero mag-shoutout
Mercado.
na po rin Melinda
Yes.
Carion Santos.
Hello po,
Maya
pakatita
Pauros
po.
po, amen.
Keep well po.
At syempre, nakikita mong announcement, padalalan ta na lang, Glyza.
Ano po yung announcement tamo? There will be a parish pre-Kina, Kina one-on-one facilitators training on April 22, April 29, and lastly po sa May 6, 2023. Commissioning Day will be on May 13, 2023 at 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Lourdes Hall, Parish of Lourdes Ascension, Lourdes Heights, Subdivision, City of San Fernando, Pampanga. We are inviting your references to please send your pre-Kina facilitators, preferably couples, to attend orientation seminar for 4 Saturdays. This training will discuss the revised pre-Kina module formation based on Amoris Laetitia, The Joy of Love, and Episcopal Commission on Family and Life, or ECFL. Inputs and directions to form and train pre-Kina facilitators who can assist the parish priest in preparing the couples getting married in complexity of today's society and the challenges faced by the family today. For further details and clarifications, please communicate with Mr. Tino and Mrs. Cecil Lazatin. Ito po mga kanilang contact numbers: 0908-884-2818 or 0918-928-7573, and Mr. Phil and Mrs. Janet Castro, 0961-666-7920 or 0917-413-9297.
Tapos na yung 22, tapos na yung 29.
Yes po.
So last na po sa
Ang
series.
darating pong May 6.
May 6. So by next week, tapos na po yung ating announcement.
Okay.
So, wala na po ba kayong messages there?
Wala na pong messages,
Greetings
amo.
po sa ating mga karing kakaluguran tamo. What pa Nagalog ko maliban na din partner? Parang linggo ng wika. May Nagalog na ako, may Nagalog. Greetings po, karing kakatamo kakaluguran kay Pampanga Provincial Jail. May Tagalog doon. Security guards of MGC, rin po sa Chancery, Tagalog sila. And of course, ating mga bantay dito sa ASF, DSF buildings, baka po hakutin yung ating vintage elevator. Wala na siguro mas pero maganda pa ang performance. Kaya lang, wag lang pong kinakalikot, no, di ba? Kaya mababaraya. And then Tita Paz, ito rin po, vintage na to, Tita Paz. Vintage friend of the radio. Spiritual children of Padre Pio. Cherry Pie Salon of the City of San Fernando. Mang Nene Canlas sa Tangabel. Mang Prima Kiwa. Maximo and Cecilia Arcilia, grandparents of Charles. And Mami Cristina,
Hello
did you
po.
taste the pasta?
Of course,
Chinecheck
nagustuhan
ko.
po niya.
Pepadala ko po rin.
Managalog ta talaga.
Tagalog. Nanong milyana nung wangin ng chuchup kaya katamo. Why are we... Ali kasi our radio talaga po, even among pep daramdaman kaya po, bilingual tamo.
Yes po.
Some trilingual, English, Kapampangan, and Tagalog. Sino pa yung mag-greet
At
natin?
syempre po, Miss Evelyn Mangyo at Tita Mang Sol Mangyo. At syempre po, Tita Lynn De Leon and Tito Noli De Leon.
Greetings po.
At syempre po, Tita Janet Sambo. At syempre po, si Aaron Veloso ng The Metropolitan Theater na nag-invite po sa akin sa Contramundo. This coming Saturday
Sana
na po yan,
all.
7 p.m. Ito po ang... Teatrong Tanghal ng ating mga pambansang alagad ng sining Nick Joaquin, Rolando Tino, and Ryan Cayabyab, and Badong Bernal. Featuring also the artist, all-star concert ng Ang Larawan. Andyan po sina Rachel Alejandro, Bea Alonzo, Piolo Pascual, at marami pa pong mga artista. Magkita-kita po tayo sa Sabado, 7 p.m. Libre po yan sa The Metropolitan Theater, Manila.
I remember, partner, when I was in college, I wrote a paper on Nick Joaquin.
Oh, wow.
Kasi ano siya ng tatay ko.
Yes.
Idolo
National
po siya.
artist po.
Greetings din po kay Melody. Medyo may problema raw ang kanyang tiyan. God bless. Mapali kasi niya. Saguli, we get to have stomach troubles.
Ang OGT minan din.
Sipon, cold, fever. And then, of course, kang manguring, takal po salamat kay kakayong donasyon, sao. At syempre po kang Mami Lit, thank you again.
Thank you po,
Sa
Mami
ulitin.
Liz. Happy birthday
Kang
advance.
Abel, Mang Luding, Mami Helen, Big and Tita, and of course, Himig message niya ni Jane Sampangol. Greet ng Glyzel.
Absensya po.
Yan po. Greet ko
Greet
po rin.
Tonton Gutierrez.
Yan, gigreet ko po rin kapatid ko na yan. Tsaka po karim baleda. Ikuya ko Hansel at Chikong Gretel, Glidel. Tapos-
Hansel, Gretel,
Glidel.
Rapunzel, wala.
Ala po. Tapos walik po Carmen.
Kambal sila, Hansel and Gretel.
Alila po.
Alila.
Shoutout mo rin mga kasama mong OJT din
Yan
dito.
po rin ka. Ayabi akong mag-go chitay Kenny. Hello.
Sino yung OJT
Elaine.
nagkasakit?
Si Miguel.
I-Leira po, i-Sen, pati
Take care, take care. Minuli
Mga
na.
lago ko nga be.
Yes po.
Okay. Thank you po, Hansel and Gretel. Saan kasi yun? Mga kwento yan, no?
Opo.
Childhood, children's stories. So, thank you po. We conclude with an invitation for you na pangadi tayo po in Catholic Church, King Hungary na po kining dinasan ng its history, its present, and of course, its future. Because Christ is our future. So we wrap up po and conclude our Wednesday episode today with a prayer kita pong panalangin para karing masakit king Novena. Kilaguninging pa, puning anak, puning Espiritu Santo.
Amen.
Ingginom man tabeya kaya kayo.
At kaya kanti mo rin, Ginoong Jesucristo, piyako mo rin kayang kasakitan at pisaran mo lang kaya kaming kalungkutan. Pangipakit mo masala kaya kaming ulaganan ng kainan at kapibabataan ng tao. Malugod mong pakiramdaman ng kaya kayang panalangin para karang masakit. Ipagkalub mo, hindi tasanang hanggang ating kapanamdaman, pauli ng sakit, kilala ra. King makabilang la, karang may pili awasan mong nuan. So pa mo kaming makatalus, King kaya be mo la, King kaya kang kasakitan, para King pakakabos niya to. Amen.
Ingginom man tabeya kaya kayo.
At kaya ka ante mo
Bendisyonan
rin.
ako ni may payang Diyos, Sigpa, Anak at Espiritu Santo.
Amen.
Dakal pong salamat for joining us in our episode today. Meanwhile, ingat po sa very warm, very hot ang panahon. Keep safe. Always keep hydrated. At enjoy the rest of the day with God's blessing. Happy Fiesta ulit. Joseph,
Santa
Father
Cruz.
Joseph, and Juju, Viva Santo Cristo. Viva Santa Cruz
Yes,
in
po.
their fiesta. And also, fiesta na pong San Felipe Apostol, not San Felipe Neri,
Aha.
San Felipe Apostol, and San Tiago Menor. Hindi po kayong among mon, ang laking tutukita mo pong kwentuhan. Tomorrow is kaya mo to.